Thinking about moving to the Algarve? Before you pack your bags, let me share some crucial mistakes that I made and that you can absolutely avoid. Trust me, these tips will save you time, money, and a whole heck of a lot of stress. Welcome, beautiful people, and thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Living in the Algarve with me, your host, Canadian girl living in the Algarve. Today, I'm going to share some common mistakes that people make when moving to the Algarve so that you can avoid them and make a smooth transition. If you want to get a really good idea of what can make your life a whole lot easier when moving to the Algarve, you're going to want to watch right until the end. So grab yourself a coffee, tea, or wine, get comfy, and let's dive right in. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about your viewing trip. Before coming on my scouting trip, I made the mistake of not hiring a real estate agent right away. I thought that I could find the perfect property on my own. But I found navigating the Algarve property market without any prior experience really confusing and really time consuming. So much so that I ended up having to extend my trip because I was not going back home to the kids who'd been staying with Grandma and Grandpa without a house. As I'm sure you can imagine, this ended up being very costly and super stressful. But then I accidentally met my real estate agent during a lunch break. I interviewed him right on the spot and he immediately got to work. From then on in, the process became super seamless and even fun. And before you knew it, I was putting in an offer on a property within days. Spoiler alert, it was accepted. Okay, so here's the thing. A really good agent knows the ins and outs of the local market and can match you to properties that turn your visions into reality. That actually brings me to another point, having too rigid a criteria for your property. It's really important to be flexible and open-minded because your dream home might be in a location or a style that you hadn't even considered. Personally, I ended up buying a home that had literally none of the features that I was looking for, but it had others that I had never even considered, and that's what made me fall in love with it. And since then, there have been no regrets. Well, okay, the West Wing is still an unrenovated mess, but that'll get done eventually. Now, before we move on to our next point, a quick word from our sponsor. No, just kidding, there are no sponsors. This individually owned and operated channel has no sponsors. You are my sponsor, and the best way to sponsor me is to watch this video right until the end and hit that subscribe button. Another huge mistake that I made was trying to do everything on my own. I'm a Capricorn. To save money, but big mistake. Not hiring professionals like real estate agents, lawyers. I did hire a lawyer straight away though. Or someone to help with matriculating your vehicle can end up costing you more, much more in the long run. I spent so much time, money, and energy matriculating my car that it pretty much cost me the exact same as if I had hired someone else to do it. Totally not worth it. And make sure that you're getting the very best rates on your currency conversion. Another mistake I made. Talk to our friends over at GC Partners to find out how you can save big. You can find their link in the video descriptor down below. Hiring a lawyer is absolutely crucial for navigating the local laws and ensuring that everything is above board. Whether to do the due diligence on your property purchase or guiding you through residency options, it is absolutely worth the investment to have peace of mind and get things done the first time. And don't forget your friendly neighborhood insurance broker. From home to car to health, this person can help you save big bucks and make sure that you're always fully covered for any unexpected surprises. Now let's talk about stuff. Yes, all that stuff you think you need to bring. Personally, I brought way too many things that 5 years on are still sitting in boxes in the garage. I remember talking to a friend of mine one day while my shipping container was still sailing the Atlantic. She moved to Belgium around the same time that I moved to the Algarve, so we were in a similar situation. We were talking about what stuff was in our container that we really missed, and all that I can think of, other than my car, was my garlic press. I have a really, really good garlic press. It's really important to declutter before you move, and my suggestion is to only bring what you absolutely love and need. If you save on your shipping costs, you'll have so much more money for shopping here. Also, be mindful of bringing electronic devices from countries with different electrical requirements, unless, of course, you like big, heavy, ugly transformers littered throughout your house, or your beautiful Dyson sentenced to a life of loneliness in the storage room. What I'm trying to say is that when it comes to electrical devices, my personal and humble opinion is that it's best to buy new devices here that are compatible with the local voltage and plugs. Now let's quickly touch on a few more important points. Don't underestimate the cost of living here. While the Algarve is very, very beautiful, it can be a lot more expensive than you might think, especially in the really popular areas. Also, learning Portuguese will go a long way helping you integrate and feel more at home. And lastly, don't forget about the famous Portuguese bureaucracy. If you hear or read something along the lines of, "Oh, you won't need that document," my advice is get it anyway. Take it from someone who's been there and done that. There's nothing worse than trying to get documents over here from over there. Do as much paper gathering as humanly possible before moving to the Algarve. It will make your life so much easier. So there you have it, some common mistakes when moving to the Algarve, sprinkled with a bit of my own personal experience. Moving here has been an amazing adventure. I love meeting new people, listing and showing beautiful properties, and seeing the joy on their faces when they find their new home. If you have any questions or need more tips, feel free to WhatsApp me here, send me an email here, or book a free, no obligation consultation with me through my Calendly link right here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell so that you never miss a video about living in the Algarve. Thanks so much for watching, and as they say, that's a wrap. See you next time on Living in the Algarve. Beijinhos.